Coming up this morning, a Smith County jury reaches a verdict in the high-profile murder trial of Scotty Lee Goebel. What's next in the sentencing phase? Straight ahead.
Plus, a routine traffic stop in Nacogdoches County turns into a wild chase. Two suspects now behind bars, and what deputies say they tossed out of the car during that pursuit.
Also, you won't believe what's landed this bear in the hospital. A 200-pound bear in Turkey had to get an MRI after eating too much fruit. We're going to have that story for you, and if he's okay and how he's bouncing back.
And enjoy these fall-like temperatures while you can, because we're going to get another round of summer-like temperatures coming up. I'll show you what that looks like in your 7-day forecast. That's all ahead on Morning Y'all on CBS 19 Plus.
Together, we're putting East Texas first. You're watching Morning Y'all on CBS 19 Plus.
In just a couple of hours, the sentencing phase will start for Scotty Lee Goebel after a jury found him guilty in the shooting death of Tyler Taqueria owner Herberto Eddie Ramirez. The incident last October began as a confrontation in the restaurant's parking lot, and it ended with Ramirez fatally shot. We'll have more on that story in just a few minutes.
Good morning, y'all. Thanks for staying with us here on CBS 19 Plus. I'm Jesus Martinez.
And I'm Dana Dixon. We're so glad you're with us this morning. It is another gorgeous one as you get ready to head out the door, take those kiddos to school, head on your way to work, but enjoy it while it lasts.
Absolutely. I don't even know how many times I've even said the word gorgeous. I've said it so many times.
We need a little ding counter.
Right, exactly. We need a little bell, gorgeous bell right there. It is. It's absolutely gorgeous out there, and it's going to continue to be that way into the rest of this week. Temperatures right now across the board in the low to mid 50s, some 60s across the board here, but it is a chilly one as you step outside this morning, and those dew points nice and low in the low to mid 50s. That means we got some dry air, and we can see it in our skies. Absolutely gorgeous out there. There's another one for you there. Next few hours, exactly. Jesus just rang me in there. We got the next few hours looking beautiful. We got lots of sunshine holding through, 84 degrees by the time we get to 3 o'clock. It's going to be a great one to walk the dog this morning and into this afternoon. We'll be up to 91 degrees, giving you green paws all the way through this afternoon. And of course, we'll see lots of sunshine holding on. We'll take a look at what the rest of your forecast says coming up.
All right, thanks, Joel. A Smith County jury has reached a verdict in the murder trial of Scotty Lee Goebel. He was found guilty of killing Tyler Taqueria owner Herberto Eddie Ramirez Jr. after a fight that escalated into a shooting last October.
Yeah, the case centered on whether Goebel acted in self-defense while holding his infant daughter, or whether prosecutors say he provoked the deadly encounter. This morning, we're learning what comes next in the sentencing phase now that the jury has decided his guilt.
If you'll please stand. We, the jury, find the defendant guilty of the offense of murder as charged in the indictment.
Now, the day started off with both sides making their closing arguments to the jurors. The state emphasized that Goebel intentionally killed Ramirez and did not act in self-defense. Meanwhile, the defense continued to make the argument that Goebel was trying to protect his child.
The defendant, holding his baby, tries to help Justin and is punched in the face by Eddie. Eddie is 17 years younger, stronger, taller. Defendant is knocked to the ground, and he sees Eddie coming back at him again. Any reasonable person in the defendant's position would believe he could lose his life.
This case is about his lies and the truth they tell. And the truth is simple. That he did not have a reasonable belief that he had to shoot Eddie Ramirez. Because if he did, why lie about his child?
Eddie Ramirez's business, Junior's Taqueria, shared a statement on Facebook that says, quote, "Justice for Eddie has finally come." And they went on to say, "Thank you to everyone who stood with us during this time. Your love and support mean the world." They also said the restaurant will be closed today. Sentencing for Goebel starts this morning at 9 a.m.
Well, a troubling act of vandalism at a Flint church has investigators on the hunt for a suspect.
A statue of Jesus destroyed, and it was all caught on camera. It happened early Sunday morning at St. Mary Magdalene Catholic Church. Surveillance video shows someone walking onto the property with what appears to be a hammer and then leaving behind thousands of dollars in damage. The Sacred Heart statue now missing its hands and nose. Church leaders estimate repairs will cost more than $10,000. Here's what the priest said during Sunday Mass.
We also pray for, also invite you to pray for the poor soul that vandalized our Sacred Heart statue during the night. We pray that I believe it's probably an act of mindless vandalism. The hands are gone, so we pray for that person.
The Smith County Sheriff's Office is reviewing footage and asking for the public's help identifying the people behind the vandalism. If you have any information, contact the Smith County Sheriff's Office.
Meanwhile, a registered sex offender will now spend 40 years in prison after posing as a child on Snapchat and sharing inappropriate photos. 56-year-old Jody Hester of Tyler pled guilty to having child pornography. Arrest documents say he had videos of young girls on his phone and pretended he was 10 years old. Hester was previously convicted with indecency with a child, but only got probation.
In Jasper County, a bizarre 911 call ended with an East Texas man behind bars accused of a fake emergency using ketchup to make it look like he was bleeding. Deputies say 37-year-old Dorian Harris staged that he had stabbed himself in the arm for a social media video on Sunday. His girlfriend, though, thought it was real and called 911, bringing deputies, troopers, and an ambulance to the scene. But before they arrived, authorities say Harris told his girlfriend that he planned to assault the ambulance crew when they got there. Harris was arrested and booked into the Jasper County Jail. He is now facing a charge of false report or alarm.
Well, police in Crockett are asking for your help in identifying a suspect in an attempted armed robbery. It happened on August 30th, just after 9:30 a.m. on Goliad Avenue near the DPS office. Police say a man approached a woman while armed with a knife, but left before he could take anything. The suspect is described as a white male, about 6'4", dark shaggy hair and green eyes, and a light scruffy beard. The victim also said he smelled of alcohol. If you recognize the person in this sketch or have any information, contact Crockett Police. All right, take a look at this video. A traffic stop in Nacogdoches County turned into a dramatic pursuit when Shadeja Williams and Roy Casey Jr. failed to stop, and during the chase, one of them began tossing what appeared to be cocaine and meth out the window. Deputies eventually caught up with them, taking both into custody. Investigators say they found more narcotics and a gun. Both face multiple charges, including drug possession, evading arrest, and tampering with evidence.
7:08, time for your morning headlines. President Trump announced that the Department of Education will issue new guidance about prayer in public schools. The president, though, did not provide the timing or further details about what that new guidance will be. But he said the American people, quote, have to bring back religion in America, bring it back stronger than ever before. Well, lawmakers here in Texas have already started to expand prayer in public schools. A new law that took effect at the beginning of the month allows public schools to set aside time for prayer and reading the Bible or other religious text. School boards have the option to adopt this policy, and parents or guardians must give consent before a child can participate. Americans are feeling less confident about landing a new job. A new report from the Federal Reserve Bank of New York shows that confidence has dropped just over 44%. That's the lowest since they started tracking it back in 2013. This comes as a CBS News poll finds that only about a third of Americans think the economy is in good shape. And a warning if you've bought cheese recently, Ohio-based Middlefield Original Cheese Co-op is recalling several of its products because of possible listeria contamination. That includes their Dilly Pickle Monterey Jack, organic Gouda mozzarella, and bags of shredded cheese. Now, the products were sold between May and August in 4 states, including here in Texas. If you've got some in your fridge, you can return it to the store for a refund.
All right, Stephen F. Austin State University is planning for the future with its campus master plan. It's a 15-year plan that will guide the development of the institution, and university officials are inviting the community to come take a closer look at it. Today, they are hosting an open house at the Baker Patillo Student Center. You can stop by anytime from 10 to 5 this morning, and at 5:30, university officials will have a special presentation showcasing the university's future developments. All right, well, therapists are back on campus this fall, bringing some four-legged reading buddies to Brownsboro and Beckville schools. The READ program pairs students with trained therapy dogs, making story time a lot more fun. Organizers say kids' reading scores have already been improving, and even more with therapy teams on the way. Plenty of students will soon get a chance to curl up with a good book and a good furry friend, all while doing that.
A fresh start for multiple healthcare support groups in the Rose City as a new community resource officially opens its doors.
We are now open. All right.
Well, the ribbon was cut yesterday for the National Black Leadership Initiative on Cancer Community Services and Programs Office. And the offices will bring together the East Texas Mental Health Collaborative and the Minority Health Initiative of Texas, all in one place. And that means that volunteers and services are easier to access for people in the community who need them the most.
We're excited that it's going to expand education and outreach to our communities. And again, it's not just for one race, it's for all of us. We will help anybody who calls us.
Dr. Harvey says they picked yesterday to open because it was National 988 Day. That is the national hotline that people can call anytime they need mental health support. All right, it's time to take a little break from news and weather and bring you our question of the day. Here it is for you. What is the most unusual thing that you've ever put on pizza? Or maybe that you've had on pizza. That works too.
I get a lot of hate for this.
It's the
You
pineapple.
deserve it.
No.
No,
It's
you
not
deserve
the
it.
pineapple.
It's not the pineapple.
If it's what
It's
you
ketchup.
said.
Yes.
Yeah. If it's what you commented, you deserve
Yes.
it.
What's
You
ketchup on
deserve it.
pizza? What is that all
Yes.
about, Damien?
The marinara sauce.
How am I supposed to answer that?
I said, hear me out.
No.
I said, hear me out. The marinara sauce
Do you know how many
is
times
salty.
we've heard you out on this?
The marinara sauce is salty. The ketchup is sweet. Sweet and salty. Sweet and savory. It's my thing. I rest my case.
Damien, what about you? What's the craziest thing you've ever
Dana,
had?
let's just have a nice conversation. Joel, you can be a part of this conversation too.
Okay, all right.
I think for me, I guess weird would be pineapple, but it's
Right.
not weird because I
love
like
it.
anymore.
No, no,
Yeah.
I like it. I guess one thing I'll say this kind of off topic, but still pizza. One thing I will never eat on pizza is like black olives. Can't do it. My
Really?
Dad, my dad loves that stuff.
I'm the same way. I don't really. I'm not too much of a fan of like putting peppers on pizza either.
Oh, it's a hot
Yum.
take. Oh, it's a
I
hot
love
take.
me a good
That's
supreme
just
pizza.
me, y'all. That's just me.
It's not a weird thing, but I've had like truffle on pizza before, like truffle oil, and it is fantastic, or even just little truffle pieces. But it's like, I don't know, a little fancy. I don't know, but I don't do it at home, but I've had it before and I like it. But some of these comments, not so much. Mara's comment, she said, must try combo, goat cheese, fig, onion, and bacon pizza. You lost me at goat cheese.
Yeah.
You can't hate it until you try it.
And
I have tried goat cheese and
It's
I
bad.
absolutely do not love it.
yeah, that's a Gordon Ramsay kind of pizza.
That
right there.
is.
The goat
I like
cheese,
everything
the figs.
but the
Yeah.
goat cheese.
Zach had the other one. He said macaroni, but it's pretty crazy, but I'd never do it myself, which he has. He tried it at Cece's, and we actually have a video of Dan. We went out to Cece's one time. I don't know if we can pull it up, Denise. He is a pizza, look at him, just look at him.
He's saying no about this.
He's trying macaroni on pizza for the first time. This is last year.
He wasn't a
He
fan.
looks so young, man. My
It's,
boy.
no, it's not, it's the
Yeah.
facial hair. He doesn't have it.
Yeah.
And there's Alfredo pizza too,
Oh,
right?
which I like.
Which, yeah,
I don't know.
it's-
Maybe it's just the pasta on top of the pizza. I'm sure it's great. I just haven't tried it, but I don't know. I have a traditional kind of go-to pizza. It's green olives, pepperoni, jalapenos, and mushroom.
A supreme pizza.
Yeah, I'm not
so
mad at
good.
that. I like the mushrooms a lot. I will say Cece's. We don't. Like I said, we don't do free advertisements here, but I do like me some Cece's pizza. I do.
Cece's is
It's
good.
It's
I
good.
really haven't met a pizza I don't like.
That macaroni pizza wasn't bad though.
I'm sure it wasn't.
He's very particular about his pizza because he's from New Jersey.
He's a Jersey guy.
So
Did he try ketchup on pizza?
he gave me a lot of hate for it as well.
I don't
He
know
called
one
me diabolical.
person. I don't know one person that's been like, yeah, I want to try that.
There's a first for everything.
I don't even want.
I've convinced one person. I
Who's
forgot
this?
who that was, honestly. But I convinced one
'Cause it
person in
didn't
college
happen.
to try
It
it. They're
didn't
like, this is
happen.
actually
You know,
pretty good.
You know what? He says, I will try it just
Try
so,
it.
I will try it just so I can
You
say
got
I've
it.
done it.
It's best with pepperoni pizza. Just plain pepperoni pizza.
Joel, you
Okay.
tell me how that turns out. You
It's
can also
good.
tell us about the weather now if you'd
Yeah,
like.
I can also tell you about I can tell you about the traffic. That's for darn sure.
Or that too.
I can tell you about that. I'll tell you about everything. How about that? There you go. Well, it's very smooth sailing on westbound and eastbound I-20. Still still in really good shape. 2 hours to get to Dallas and about an hour and 30 minutes to get to Shreveport. Same goes for US 69, also in really nice shape. 2.5 hours to get to Denison if you're heading up in that direction, and about an hour and 30 minutes to get to Lufkin. And our CBS 19 live radar remains quiet this morning. It's a nice clean sweep all across the area. Today we'll make it up to the middle to upper 80s, still hanging on to plenty of sunshine. And we are definitely below average. Our average this time of year is 91 degrees. We look to be about 5 or so degrees below that. So that is some very nice fall-like temperatures coming in. And we got that northeasterly wind continuing to blow in. And we're going to continue to stay nice and sunny and slightly cooler as we head into this afternoon. But by the next couple of days, we are going to creep just a little bit closer to the average. For this morning, giving you green lights. For this afternoon, giving you green lights. It's going to be absolutely gorgeous. High temperatures again in the middle 80s.
Thank you, Joel. Well, coming up, can you really trust those healthy food labels at the grocery store? One new app promises to break it all down with a simple scan, but dietitians say it does have pros and cons. We'll show you how it works next.
Just like you can trust ketchup on pizza. Standard. I said what I said. All right, coming up in sports, we have the latest from the Van Vandals as they prepare for a Game of the Week showdown with the Lindale Eagles, as well as a look at the undefeated ARP Tigers as they face off against the Mineola Jackets on Friday night. All that much more when we come back.
It's time for CBS 19 Sports.
Welcome back, East Texas. I'm Damian Bartonic, and you know what time it is. Time to talk all things sports. We're just 3 more days. We just only got 3 days until our Game of the Week showdown that takes place between Van and the Lindale Eagles. It's the battle of the undefeateds. Someone's O has to go. And for Van, they came out at practice yesterday with high intensity and effort as they prep for one of the best defensive lines in all of the state of Texas.
Tuck your elbows. Hey.
The big dudes on the offensive line know that they will have their hands full on Friday night with the duo of Cam Beeson and Caleb Walker opposite of them. But their skill position guys are more than confident that their unit up front will hold their own and then some. The Vandals are preparing for what they call a good, close game. And certainly a big play from guys like Aiden Willis and DeQuavion Williams could be the difference in this Week 3 showdown.
Obviously, they got some guys, so, they got a good D-line, so we're going to have to block, run, and be able to throw the ball on them. Obviously, they got some guys on offense, too. They can throw it. Young quarterback coming back. and we're gonna have to be able to make some plays both sides of the ball.
We're feeling good, you know. Defense been playing very good. Offense playing very well. Run the ball very well. Going out there playing, doing what we're supposed to do as a team.
Now, in a game that will be super close, they know one play can make or break the outcome of this one. So their mentality heading into this game is just simple. Make a play, stop a play, and hit the Eagles in the mouth.
I mean, yeah, it's a rivalry game. It's gonna be a tough game too. So we're gonna come hit them in the mouth. Obviously, they're a good team too. So whoever comes out on top, that's gonna be the better team tonight.
We're not soft, you know. That we can go out there and play hard, you know. We're not scared of no one.
We got guaranteed 8 more games left, so we're gonna have to finish the season just like how we started.
Hey, hit him in the mouth. I love that. That's football right there. I thought rivalry week ended last week with the Rose City rivalry, but man, we got plenty more to go this season. I cannot wait for this Friday, though. Tune in at 10 and 10:35 on Friday night for the full recap between the Battle of the Undefeateds, Lindale and Van. But our high school football coverage does not end there. Week 3 means teams are starting to find their rhythm on both sides of the ball, and one team that's already started fast are those ARP Tigers. My boy Dan Millay went out to practice yesterday to get an in-person look at the well-oiled machine ahead of their big game on Friday night. Take a look.
This year I feel like we're playing more as a team, and our defense is definitely a lot stronger this year so far, and overall we're a lot better team, and we came together a lot better.
Man, that is exactly what these ARP Tigers have done. They've come together. And as Josh Smith mentioned, the defense has been outstanding, allowing just 9 total points through the first 2 weeks of play. But offensively, they've more than done the job, dropping back-to-back 40 bombs against Harleton and Garrison, while deploying a lot of new run-pass-read option plays. So how have they been able to implement this new offense so seamlessly?
Definitely our quarterback, because we run a lot of read game, and Zane really stepped up this year, and he's doing his job, and so is everyone else. Everyone else is doing really good. So I think we work pretty well with it. Zane's really smart. He knows what he's doing back there, and I trust him. So we don't worry about it too much.
Smith's being a bit modest. He did find the end zone himself, but on the whole, Zane Bork has been this offense's conductor. He was responsible for 3 total touchdowns, 1 in the air and 2 on the ground against the Bulldogs, and leads the team with 5 overall.
Our offense, we've been putting in the work since summer. Actually, before even summer started. Our linemen are doing really well. They're blocking the way they're supposed to.
So they've got the dual run option between Smith and Bork, plus QB1 can throw a little bit too. The last piece to any good team, though, is chemistry, and these Tigers have got it in spades.
We're becoming more of a group. It's been really fun. We've known each other since elementary. We've grown up all together, and we just have a bond together as brothers.
Dan Millay, CBS 19.
Good game, too. Undefeated ARP takes on 1-1 Mineola in a Friday night showdown that's going to be well worth the wait. And remember that under the lights, the show, the team here, everybody here, we got the best high school football coverage in all of East Texas every Friday night at 10 and 10:35. And with that said, that's all the time I have for you in sports this morning. No ketchup on pizza.
Oh, come on.
Morning, y'all.
Come on.
We're going to try it one day. We actually are.
We are. I sent a calendar invite already. All right, we're about to step away for a moment while we do our over-the-air broadcast with a quick news update.
We'll be right back with more here on CBS 19 Plus. Good morning, y'all. I'm Dana Dixon.
And I'm Jesus Martinez. Thank you so much for being with us for this news update. Well, a troubling act of vandalism at a Flint church has investigators on the hunt for a suspect this morning.
A statue of Jesus destroyed, and it was all caught on camera. Happened early Sunday morning at St. Mary Magdalene Catholic Church. Surveillance video shows someone walking onto the property with what appeared to be a hammer and then leaving behind thousands of dollars in damage. The Sacred Heart statue now missing its hands and nose. Church leaders estimate repairs will cost more than $10,000. Here's what the priest said during Sunday Mass.
We also pray for, also invite you to pray for the poor soul that vandalized our Sacred Heart statue during the night. We pray that I believe it's probably an act of mindless vandalism. The hands are gone, so we pray for that person.
The Smith County Sheriff's Office is reviewing that footage and asking for the public's help identifying the person behind the vandalism. If you have any information, contact the Smith County Sheriff's Office. An East Texas man who was accused of murdering his stepfather more than 2 years ago is back in East Texas to face murder charges. Investigators say the deadly altercation happened during a fight in a swimming pool in Nacogdoches. Deputies say 32-year-old Raymond Rios II was arrested in California, then extradited back here to Texas last week. He's charged with murder in the 2023 death of 67-year-old George Rivero, found near a pool at their home on County Road 2091. Rios claimed self-defense, but later moved out of the state. While under investigation, Rios was also charged in a February robbery, accused of threatening his mother with a gun, demanding money, and later threatening to burn her house down. Rios remains in the Nacogdoches County Jail. Bonds for the murder and robbery charges total $750,000.
All right, well, big changes are coming to downtown Longview, thanks in part to a brand new parking facility that is now open. A ribbon cutting ceremony was held to celebrate that opening. And the facility is on Methvin Street. That's right across the street from the Gregg County Courthouse. It has nearly 300 free parking spaces, and inside visitors can also find the offices for the tax office, elections office, and veteran services as well, making it a one-stop spot for convenience in the months ahead. All right, let's get a check on that forecast with Joel. Good morning.
Hey, good morning. We are going to continue to see plenty of sunshine this week, but the one thing that will change is our temperatures and our humidity will be crawling up to the humid category as we head into the later parts of this week and into this weekend. Our temperatures going forward into this afternoon, we'll see middle 80s across the area before falling down into the upper 50s, low 60s, even some middle 60s across deep East Texas. Then we'll be up to the low to mid 90s for Wednesday with a little bit more humidity in the air. We'll be up to down to the upper 60s to low 70s for your start of your Thursday, and then we'll be back up into the middle 90s for Thursday afternoon. Again, watching 90s into tomorrow afternoon. Again, we're going to see those temperatures start to increase into the low to mid 90s into this weekend, with humidity starting to rise once again.
Welcome back to Morning Y'all on CBS 19 Plus. This is what's coming up in our second half hour. An unbelievable video out of the Panhandle. 2 Texas deputies left dangling from an overpass after a semi slammed into their patrol car. We'll show that dramatic rescue.
Plus, we told you about this. A Tyler gas station hit the jackpot over the weekend when a customer won a $2 million ticket there. And for the first time, we're hearing from the owner. That's coming up in just a few minutes.
And coming up in your forecast, we're going to take a look at humidity trends and temperature trends into the next several days. We're going to watch as humidity starts to increase into this weekend, and temperatures will also be on the increase over the next 3 days and into the weekend. I'll show you what the 7-day forecast looks like coming up on Morning Y'all on CBS 19 Plus.
Together, we're putting East Texas first. You're watching Morning Y'all on CBS 19 Plus.
Good morning, y'all. 7:32. Thanks for staying with us on CBS 19 Plus. I'm Dana Dixon.
Yeah, we're glad you're sticking with us. I'm Jesus Martinez. Well, an East Texas man who's accused of murdering his stepfather more than 2 years ago is back in East Texas to face murder charges. Investigators say the deadly altercation happened during a fight in a swimming pool in Nacogdoches. Deputies say 32-year-old Raymond Rios II was arrested in California and extradited to Texas last week. He's charged with the murder and the 2023 death of 67-year-old George Rivero, found near a pool at their home on County Road 2091. Now, Rios claimed self-defense at the time, but later moved out of state. And while under investigation, Rios also was charged in February for a robbery, accused of threatening his mother with a gun, demanding money, and later threatening to burn her house down. Rios remains in the Nacogdoches County Jail. His bonds for the murder and robbery charges total $750,000.
More charges could be coming in connection to a drive-by shooting in Polk County that ended with 2 men behind bars. It happened Sunday night in the Indian Hills subdivision just outside of Livingston. Someone drove by a home and fired several shots, hitting a house. Thankfully, no one was hurt. Abraham Sines and Ivan Rangel are now facing felony charges for shooting at the home. Now, if you know anything that could help with this case, you're asked to call the Polk County Sheriff's Office.
Well, State Representative James Tellerico has officially thrown his hat in the U.S. Senate race. The Austin Democrat and former teacher says he wants to bring honesty and compassion back to politics, tackle wealth inequality, and take on powerful interests. Tellerico will face a crowded Democratic primary, that is, as he looks to challenge a Republican stronghold in 2026. All right, turning now to the latest in Uvalde, as a new law firm is taking over the district after the previous firm failed to release documents tied to the Robb Elementary shooting. The district's previous attorneys admitted that they held back thousands of records despite a court order to turn everything over after a lawsuit filed by more than a dozen news organizations, including CBS19 and our parent company, Tegna. Now, the new firm, Thompson & Horton, specializes in representing school districts. The board members say the change is about transparency, promising that this time around, all records will be released. All right, now to some unbelievable video out of the Panhandle. 2 Texas deputies are recovering from serious injuries. They were left dangling from an overpass in Lubbock after a semi-truck slammed into their patrol car while they were helping a stranded driver. The 2 were pinned against the guardrail. People rushed to help them. Both are expected to be okay, but one other person was injured in that crash.
Well, a Tyler gas station with a reputation for lottery luck hit the jackpot itself Saturday night with a $2 million Powerball winner.
My employee told me somebody win here $2 million on a Powerball. I'm so happy.
We're happy for them. No, it wasn't one of the 2 big winners of that $1.8 billion prize, but a customer who came in to buy a ticket around 9 p.m. Saturday night, just minutes before the drawing, matched enough numbers to be one of 10 people who won $2 million. Word has spread quickly, and now many are stopping by to visit the station on the loop near Old Troop Highway. But this is nothing new for them. Just last month, a scratch-off ticket got one of their customers $1 million. Soon after that, they had lottery players flocking to the store.
Recently, last month, my lottery jumped 65%. And this is happened yesterday, so I don't know what's going on next step. So that's helping my business, so I'm happy. They welcome to buy here because you're lucky.
They sound lucky, right? Patel says he does not know if the store will receive any compensation for selling that winning ticket. He is waiting to hear from the Texas Lottery Commission about selling the $1 million winning scratch-off last month, but he's hopeful that he will be rewarded for all that good luck.
If you blink, you will miss the gas station. You got to keep an eye on it.
That's right.
All right, let's take a break from the news and talk all things trending this morning. This story picked none other than from our friend Joel Robinson here.
Aww.
Darth Vader's lightsaber used in 2 of the original Star Wars. Yeah, we should have brought our own. Star Wars films was sold at auction for, get this, $3.6 million.
Wow.
That is a new record as the highest auction price for a Star Wars item. Now, the prop was used in the 1980s, The Empire Strikes Back, and 1983's Return of the Jedi. Also in entertainment, the themed auction, the bullwhip belt and holster Harrison Ford used in Indiana Jones and the Last Crusades went for nearly $500,000 as well.
Oh,
my goodness.
Joel is so disappointed.
Right up my alley, I'll tell you
But
what.
do you have the money?
No.
I feel
we
like
know that
those
because he didn't win the
things
lottery.
should be like in the
Right.
Smithsonian or
Right,
something,
they should be like in
right?
a movie museum or
Right.
something.
Not I stop by
Exactly.
your house and like, hey, look at my real lightsaber.
Right, that was actually used in the movies.
Because I want to see it when I go to that part of the Smithsonian.
Share
There's
the
like
history.
so many, but
Don't
pretty
be
cool.
greedy. Share the history.
Right, exactly.
Well, maybe they will.
Hopefully.
Well, now you might say he's used to handling a lot of pressure and a lot of beer. Oliver Strumfell tried
my.
to set a new world record carrying 31 full beer mugs at a fair in southern Germany. Oh, there they go. This is in Germany. But after just 16 yards, one mug tumbled to the ground, ending his attempt. Out of 31, only 17 mugs made it safely to the table. Strumfell, a seasoned beer tent waiter, isn't letting the spill get him down, though.
Allegedly.
He's already planning his next shot at 33 mugs next year. Cheers to perseverance, and I mean, that's a lot of beer.
Yeah.
To carry.
Oh yeah, I mean,
It's wild.
look at the lower third right there. Homer Simpson would be proud. Yes, he would. He would be
Homer
proud of
Simpson
that.
would be proud.
All
I'm
that
trying
beer.
to think. I could probably do like 8, you know, like 'cause if the
8?
handles like 4 probably, and 4, and that's it.
See, those mugs are similar to the ones that they have at Chili's, and I don't know how they grab so many cups at once and they just plop it down in front of you without
It is
without a drop
impressive,
spilled.
Yeah, that's
wild.
That
dude.
is wild.
All right, well, if you think boys run in your family, think again. The Sherman family of Montgomery County has welcomed some big news. After more than a century of all boys in the family line, a girl is on the way. There we go. For more than 100 years, every Sherman baby born has been a boy until now. Over the weekend, firefighter Michael Sherman and his wife found out that they were expecting a daughter. You see the pink shoes right there. Their 5-year-old son will soon have a little baby sister, and the first girl in the family in 108 years. Great-grandmother Lydia Robertson calls it monumental, and that the family is already prepping the closet for full of tiny little dresses, and the baby girl is due in March, and the Shermans are even exploring whether this historic arrival could even make the Guinness World Records.
Maybe they will, since the beer guy didn't.
Right? You gotta up one. Texas does it better.
My favorite thing are those little Converse right there.
Oh, yeah, they have the little pearls. I'm glad we
They're
have a
pink
picture now.
and pearl studded.
That's so cute. Imagine just having all boys, how crazy that would be.
For all those years, 108 years. That is exciting.
How is that even possible? The chances.
Spoiled. She's going to be spoiled.
Crazy. She will be.
108 years is just crazy. I can't think. Now, I definitely want me 2 sons, 3 sons,
Yeah.
a couple girls too. But man, 108 years of nothing but boys.
Now,
Good
what if it was the other way
grief.
around? You were the last boy,
Oh,
and
I'd be
then
sad.
all your kids are going to be daughters.
I'd be devastated because then the Bartonic name is gone. You know what I mean? Hey, we came to America in '69, baby. We'd only last till whenever I die. You know, that would be fun. You know.
Gotta have another.
Yeah.
All right. Well, a Texas favorite and a special fast food chain to us here at CBS19 recently had a birthday. Dairy Queen is turning 85, looking good. And they're celebrating with a sweet deal from now through the 21st. DQ Rewards members can grab a small Blizzard treat for just 85 cents with any $1 purchase. It's available through the DQ app. Fans can enjoy fall flavors like pumpkin pie, caramel, and toffee while celebrating the milestone.
Oh, that's
nice.
What's your go-to? What's your go-to?
Go to simple Oreo.
For me, it is definitely Butterfinger.
I'm not an ice cream fan,
You're not?
Don't like anything. My go-to is a double hunger buster, or a little double meat hunger buster.
Okay,
That's
so-
my go-to right there.
Yes, my go-to is a chocolate M&M Blizzard.
There we go. My second
Yep.
favorite. It's a close tie, but my second one would be the strawberry cheesecake one. That one is really good. Now here's another hot take. This one's a little bit more popular than pizza or ketchup on pizza, but dipping fries in ice cream.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh.
Damien, look.
I
Look at him.
Come on, guys.
He doesn't like ice cream.
He doesn't like ice cream.
I don't do it a lot, but as a kid I did, but it was more so in like a shake.
Right. Or like the
Oh,
little
yeah.
self-serve cones, or like the not as thick as a Blizzard, but ice cream that can be scoopable with the French fry.
I feel like that's like a cultural thing too. Growing up, I would see like in the Wendy's commercials, like they would do that.
Yes,
Like,
with the frosting.
Yeah, that was very.
That's
Yeah,
where I,
I
yeah,
was-
that's where I got it
yeah.
from too.
I was going to bring that up. That's what I would usually do.
I haven't done it in a while. I feel like I need to go
Got
and try
to.
it again.
Let's go to
See
Dairy
if I
Queen.
still like it.
Right.
Sounds good to me.
Well, today your ice cream isn't going to melt immediately like normally it would because the temperature is still nice out there.
It's still pretty nice. Now, later this week, the temperatures are going to increase, so the ice cream is going to melt a little bit quicker. But this is kind of the reason why we're tracking this area of high pressure in our upper level. So this is around 20 to 30,000 feet up into the air. And so we are tracking this pattern here, and that's going to allow for some much hotter temperatures to make its way into East Texas as we head into the later parts of this week. On top of that, we'll see a southeasterly wind coming out of the Gulf. So we'll see a little bit more in the way of moisture, particularly as we head into Thursday, Friday, and into this weekend. Will be a little bit on the humid side. It's going to be still great weather to get outside for the Gregg County Fair, which happens through September 13th, up to 86 for today, 90 for tomorrow, 93 by the time we get to Thursday, and 94 for Friday. So still going to be a pretty nice forecast. No rain chances that we're going to be working with, but the humidity is going to be making it feel a little bit sticky out there. Now let's take a little bit of a look here at now what is now Tropical Storm Kiko. It's just to the northeast of the Hawaiian Islands. It is expected to continue to weaken. It's now, of course, down to a tropical storm level. It is expected to weaken into a tropical depression as it continues to move to the north and west. We got 60-mile-per-hour winds. It's not expected, again, to make landfall, but it is expected to cause a little bit of issues when it comes to the waves and the surf. Could get a little bit high in the way of wave activity as we go into the next couple of days here as it continues to track to the north and west. So that's something we're going to have to keep an eye on. Otherwise, tropics are nice and quiet, just like our weather. We'll take a look at the next 7 days coming up.
All right, Joel, thanks so much. Still ahead this morning, a new study finds nearly half of people with diabetes don't even know they have it. We'll explain the warning signs to watch out for coming up. All right, welcome back. 7:46 this morning. A health alert for you this morning. A University of Washington study found that an estimated 44% of people with diabetes were unaware of their condition. Yet young adults in particular are often undiagnosed. And the study also found worldwide, only about 1 in 5 diabetes patients have their blood levels managed optimally. Well, your voice may reveal more about you than you think. A new study finds subtle changes in sound can signal problems with vocal folds, including laryngeal cancer. Researchers analyzed voice recordings and found clear differences between healthy speakers and those with lesions. Now the goal, well, it's quick, low-costing screenings that could one day be done on a smartphone. Crazy, right? Helping people in rural areas catch problems early on. Well, have you ever wondered what's hiding inside your food? Yet nutrition apps now break down the labels that are so hard to decode, so we don't have to worry about what you're eating. Allison Gormley shows us how exactly it works.
Marketing can make food look healthy.
I'm a child of the 90s, so if it says diet or low fat or the labels look appealing, I just thought that was how we should eat.
That's one of the reasons Amy Peters uses an app during her trips to the grocery store.
The things that I'm most concerned about are things like the additives, the processed ingredients.
Her app of choice, Yuka. After she scans an item using her phone's camera, it's ranked on a scale of 0 to 100, with 100 being a perfect score. Ratings are based on nutrition, additives, and if it's organic.
18 out of 100, dang it. Why? Oh, a lot of additives.
Below the numerical rating is an option to learn more.
I want to know what the high risk or the limited risks are and what they do. Like, I don't know what that is. And so it'll just kind of show me right here what they've found in different studies.
An education rather than an end-all is how dietitian Terry Boros suggests using the app.
To create their rating, they're using something called the Nutri-Score, which has some pros and cons, in my opinion.
A pro, she said, a focus on fruits and veggies while minimizing sodium and excess saturated fats. A con, flagging items that are energy dense, which means a lot of calories relative to its size. For example, sunflower kernels.
Even though they're an energy-dense food, they're actually very healthy for you and have a lot of great healthy fats and minerals and vitamins.
If you want to skip the app, there are other tools that can help you research food.
The USDA has a great website, in my opinion, nutrition.gov, that has a lot of information.
Helping you understand ingredients best for your family.
All right, good morning, everybody. Thanks for joining us here on CBS 19 Plus. Let's take a look at your forecast for this week. We are watching for 5-degree below average temperatures into this afternoon, but as we continue into the next couple of days here, we'll start to see a little bit of an increase in those temperatures as an area of high pressure in our upper level starts to build into East Texas. So we do look to be around average, if not slightly above that, by the time we get to tomorrow and into the next couple of days after that. Today we continue to build in those temperatures into the middle 80s with plenty of sunshine. It's going to be a great day to get out and definitely enjoy some golf out there. Nice putt. We've got excellent conditions out there. 86 is going to be the high for today with sunny conditions and light winds. Can't ask for much better than that. Our humidity going forward, we're going to continue to watch as a southeasterly wind starts to pick up from the Gulf. That will bring in some much more humid conditions for the second half of the week. We'll be in that humid category for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And alongside those temperatures, it's going to be feeling like at least the upper 90s to potentially triple digits, especially by the time we get to the weekend. We're talking dew points potentially reaching the 60s once again, and even into the 70s as we move into Wednesday and Thursday. And whenever you get these kinds of numbers, this is around what we feel in the summertime. So we are going to be in for some summer-like conditions going into the next few days as those dew points and temperatures begin to rise. Now here's what it looks like on your 7-day forecast. So the only thing that's not changing here is the sun. We are going to continue to stay sunny all the way through the remainder of the week and into this weekend. We'll continue to watch as those temperatures start to stair-step their way back up in the low to mid-90s. We'll be up to 94 degrees by the time we get to Friday and Saturday, then back down into the middle 90s as that high pressure starts to kind of weaken. But folks, it's still going to be a very hot and humid one going forward.
All right, let's take a break from the news right now and get back to our question of the day. What is the most unusual thing you've ever put on a pizza?
The most terrible thing I've ever eaten on a pizza was anchovies by accident.
I don't think I've ever had anchovies.
Me either.
Oh man.
You know, I haven't even had pineapple on pizza, to be honest.
Ooh, that's
I've tried it. It's okay.
It's okay.
It's
I'm
okay.
flabbergasted.
I would like-
Flabbergasted?
I'm good with one piece. Like I wouldn't want to do like a whole pizza
I
of
would.
pineapple, and I don't want to do any pizza with anchovies.
I got to ask you all this. Yay or nay? Just a yay or nay?
I say nay.
Stuffed crust pizza.
Oh, yay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Man, I'm nay,
yeah.
man. I'm
No?
nay. I'm
Really?
nay, man. I'm like
Really?
a horse. I'm nay. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I like, my favorite though is thin crust.
Me
I like
too.
it thin like a little cracker.
Like crispy, yeah.
Yeah.
That's my favorite
Yes.
as
You
well.
would love mod pizza then, because they.
Oh, I've
have you
been there.
Mod-
Oh, I've been there.
Amazing. I hate that the closest one is in Terrell, which
Yeah.
I mean isn't a bad drive. You know, Buc-ee's and everything else is there. It's just the drive going there. But I've been wanting to go to mod for a while.
Campese's in Dallas is also very
Is it
good. They
good?
have a thin crust, and it's so good.
Phenomenal. Do you Domino's? Do you get like the little garlic seasoning? Or
Oh yeah.
yeah, okay. But you can't do stuffed
He's
crust.
like, yeah.
Yes, no, I'm gonna tell you something. I'm a pro when it comes to ordering food, man. If something sounds good to you, I've probably either ordered it or unless it's out of my budget, then I probably ain't. But if it's within my budget, I didn't try it.
So what I'm hearing is that Damien has good tailgate parties.
I'm a ball
and
knower.
good watch
I
parties.
know ball. I'm telling y'all, I'm a ball knower. I know this. But no, yeah, I got the 85-inch. Y'all got to come through, man. Just come through. Y'all know I'm a chef too.
You
at
had
end
the
of day.
4 screens too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Over the weekend for football.
That's what I do, man. That's what I do. I'm telling
That's what
y'all.
you do.
I honestly, the craziest thing she's had is green bell peppers on
That's
hers.
normal for me.
Yeah, I like it too.
Yeah, it's iffy for me. That's just me.
You
though.
like them or no?
I'm a little bit on the fence with
Are
it.
you not vegetables? Do you not like vegetables?
I love like broccoli and carrots and stuff like that.
I've
That's-
had broccoli on pizza before.
Oh,
Really?
Ooh, that's
I
interesting.
have not tried that. I've tried
Interesting.
spinach,
I haven't
which
tried
isn't
that.
bad.
I haven't tried that.
Spinach
And
is good.
arugula, all very,
Yeah.
very good.
Yeah, the arugula spinach family, they work well on the pizzas.
Would y'all do the mushrooms?
Yes.
Oh, of
Yeah.
course.
I
Yeah.
love
Oh,
mushrooms.
yeah.
Good supreme
I'll
pizza.
do mushrooms.
Only
Hell
thing
yeah.
I won't have red onion. No red onion.
No?
No red onion.
Even if it's like baked.
Absolutely not.
I like
no
that as
red
well.
onion. Yeah.
I like it all, mostly except anchovies. Please,
We would have to
please
get
no.
our pizza
Hold the
50-50 because we
anchovy.
like
Yeah.
the same stuff, but there's some things that I just can't do with.
Yeah, well, you're gonna get the ketchup on the. You know how they put the little ranch on the bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got the ketchup on there. I'd be like, yeah, bro, that's all you.
And I'd call it a day.
I might not be able to split it with you.
Ouch.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, man.
All right, well, we are about to step away for just a moment while we take a break for our over-the-air broadcast with a news update.
I'll be right back with more news here on CBS 19 Plus.
Good morning, y'all. I'm Dana Dixon.
And I'm Jesus Martinez. Thanks so much for being with us for this news update. Well, a Smith County jury has reached a verdict in the murder trial of Scotty Lee Goble. He was found guilty of killing Tyler Taqueria owner Heriberto Eddie Ramirez Jr. after a fight that escalated into a shooting last October.
The case centered on whether Goble acted in self-defense while holding his infant daughter, or whether prosecutors say he provoked the deadly encounter. And this morning, we are learning what comes next in the sentencing phase now that the jury has decided his guilt.
If you'll please stand. We, the jury, find the defendant guilty of the offense of murder as charged in the indictment.
The day started off with both sides making their closing arguments to jurors. The state emphasized that Goble intentionally killed Ramirez and did not act in self-defense. Meanwhile, the defense continuing to make the argument that Goble was trying to protect his child. Sentencing starts this morning at 9 a.m.
Meanwhile, a registered sex offender will now spend 40 years in prison after posing as a child on Snapchat and sharing inappropriate photos. 56-year-old Jody Hester of Tyler pled guilty to having child pornography. Arrest documents say he had videos of young girls on his phone and pretended he was 10 years old. Hester was previously convicted with child indecency, but only got probation.
Well, take a look at this video. A traffic stop in Nacogdoches County turned into a dramatic pursuit when Shadeja Williams and Roy Casey Jr. failed to stop. And during the chase, one of them began tossing what appeared to be cocaine and meth out the window. Deputies eventually caught up with them, taking them both into custody. Investigators found more narcotics and a gun. Both faced multiple charges, including drug possession, evading arrest, and tampering with evidence. Well, it's another beautiful day across East Texas.
It is. Let's go check out that forecast, Joel.
It sure is. We are going to continue to see lots of sunshine through the rest of this week, and the humidity is also going to be quite comfortable for the time being until we get to the Thursday, Friday, and into the weekend. That time frame, we're going to start to see a little bit more in the way of humidity. And our future temperatures as we go forward will be in the middle 80s for today, dropping down to the upper 50s to low 60s. You notice a little bit warmer as we head into tomorrow night, and then we make our way back up into the upper 80s to low 90s. Falling back down to now the upper 60s to low 70s. So that humidity really kicking in. You can see that southeasterly breeze coming right from the Gulf. We got some more humidity on the way, and then by your Thursday afternoon, we'll be up into the low to mid 90s once again, feeling a little bit more like summer. Here's what it looks like on your 7-day forecast. So only thing that's really holding steady here is the sunshine. We're going to continue to see plenty of that, but those temperatures for today will be around 86 degrees, 90 for tomorrow, up to 93 for your Thursday, and then 94 for Friday and Saturday. We do look to stay there for a good portion of this month, really. We're going to continue to be at or above average with some humidity sticking around.
All right, news before we head out the door this morning. A jury has reached a verdict in the high-profile murder trial of Scotty Lee Goble. Goble was found guilty of killing taqueria owner Eddie Ramirez after a fight in the restaurant parking lot in October of last year. The case centered on whether Goble acted in self-defense while holding his baby or provoked the deadly encounter. Ramirez's restaurant, Junior's Taqueria, says justice for Eddie has finally come, and sentencing starts in a little over an hour now.
Meanwhile, police in Flint are investigating a troubling case of vandalism at a local church. Surveillance video shows a suspect had a hammer smashing a statue of Jesus outside St. Mary Magdalene Catholic Church. The Sacred Heart statue lost its hand and nose, leaving behind more than $10,000 in damage. The sheriff's office is reviewing all of that footage and asking anyone with information on the vandalism to come forward.
Well, here's one more look at your forecast. If you're heading out to the Gregg County Fair, which goes until September 13th, we got a pretty nice forecast over the next few days. Lots of sunshine holding on. We got 86 for today, up to 90 for tomorrow, and then we hover in the low to mid 90s for the remainder of the week. And into the weekend, we'll also see a little bit of an increase in that humidity. Check out our humidity forecast. We remain comfortable for the time being, but then we introduce a southeasterly wind coming right out of the Gulf. We'll start to see a little bit more in the way of humidity, especially as we move into that Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, Sunday time frame. And you combine that with the air temperatures that we're going to be forecasting here, we are going to be feeling like at least the upper 90s to triple digits. So a summer-like pattern is going to be on the way here. Here's what it looks like in your 7-day forecast. So lots of sunshine here. Temperatures increasing to the low 90s by the time we get to tomorrow. 93 for Thursday, up to 94 as we move into Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We look to stay there for a good chunk of September.
All right, Joel, thanks so much. All right, well, it doesn't matter if you're a person, a human in this case, or and this one in particular, a 200-pound bear in Turkey. His name, Oken, and he had to go under an MRI. Why? He ate too much fruit. Poor thing. He wasn't feeling too well, so after that, caregivers took him to a vet hospital to get it checked out. Thankfully, the MRI was clean, and Oken was released later back home to his wildlife center, which he calls home. Now, this isn't the first time it happened. A few years back, Oken also ate too much fruit and felt sick. Workers are now trying to adjust his diet to prevent any further incidents.
Too much of a good thing is a bad thing.
I was about to say that. Even
Why
if it's fruit.
am I so worried that they're just hanging out with them and cuddling and whatnot? I'm like, oh.
Right? Maybe they trained him as a little cub.
I'm right there with you, Dana. I was thinking, man.
What are we doing?
Let's say he had a little stomach ache, and hey, it's gonna
or he thought I was
spooky.
fruit.
Right? Yeah, it might get spooky. He gets, he gets a little upset, and that's, Dana and me are on the news for the wrong reason. You know what I'm saying?
It's just like that video I see on social media where people are taking in foxes and coyotes as domesticated like dogs. I was like, y'all are bold for that.
I've seen foxes.
It's a no for me. But I'm glad he's okay. I just wouldn't want to be mistaken for the fruit,
Yeah, that's why there's a pen. And
he's
bears
like, oh, I like your perfume. It's kind of sweet. You must be fruit.
It smells fruity.
Nope.
No.
Glad he's okay, though. All right. Yes. Thanks so much for continuing your day with us here on Morning Y'all on CBS 19 Plus. You got to catch the noon show coming up on CBS 19 and on CBS 19 Plus.
There we go. Keep it here for the latest news and weather all throughout the day. And here's that look at what's coming up on CBS 19 Plus here in a little bit. Have a great morning, and we'll see you dark and early back here tomorrow.